Down, Maximus, down! Well, my hole saw won't saw holes. And why is that? Well, I was a bit careless. And unfortunately, when I went through the plasterboard, I hit the wall that's behind it. Yes, it's dry lined. Now, this thing is old. This really had its day. I could do with getting a new one, but I thought, hang on, can you sharpen it? And apparently, you can. Now, you can see what's happened there, can't you? That's all flattened off. But I've started sharpening it on this side here and down there, and I thought, hang on, I'll make a video. So anyway, let's carry on sharpening this hole saw. And how do we do that? Whoa, it's simples. And I like simples, me. So let's just bring it down to little vice there. There you go. And what we're going to do is we're going to sharpen it. You need to get it in the vice fairly tight. Put it on the flat so it don't spin around like that. And you will have to keep moving it around as you go. Now, I can see where I've been, because it's grabbing my finger there, so I've already sharpened that. Now, I ain't got to be too worried about set or flame or anything like that, because this hole saw is for plasterboard boxes, like these round ones, like this, you see. So you just pop it into the hole, it drills the right size hole. In fact, it came with a set of socket boxes. So, yeah, it was kind of chucked in for good measure. Now, you could go up to the drill bit, or you could remove the drill bit if you like. I'm just going to take one side of the drill bit just so I can make more use of the file, like so. And I'm just going to file it backwards and forwards like that, okay? The thing is, you see, it hasn't got to be that perfect. We just want teeth, because it's cut and plasterboard. You know, it's still going to do the job. Now, if this was what I was using for wood or metal or something like that, I think really it makes sense. Maybe not wood so much, but with metal, it makes sense to buy a new one. Because they're bi-metal, you see, their teeth are hardened. I don't think this one is. If it is, it's not very hard because I can file it. And if you think of like hard point saws, you can't really put teeth on them. Besides, you can't put a set on them either because the teeth would just break off. So all I'm doing is using this rhombic file, which is like a diamond-shaped file, okay? But you could also use a saw file if you already got one, like this triangular file. This is Nicholson's triangular file, which is probably better actually. Yes, it is. So you could just use that like so, and like that, like so, and just basically cut the teeth. So the top of the teeth are flat. Accidentally, I hit the wall behind. So I'll feel it now, grab and we'll test it in a minute as well, because I've got to drill a hole for a socket box in my laboratory. Yes, Dexter's lab. Well, Wally's lab, I suppose. Oh my god, yeah, because your teeth on edge. And we've got a few more there to do, and we'll be done. And we'll give it a go and see if it actually does the job. I don't see why it shouldn't. It's only in plasterboard after all. So all I use this one for. There we go. You're getting there, nerdy there. You have to do it enough just so it'll grip your skin. As you run your fingers over the top of it, you'll feel it grab. Over here, it's just smooth. Ain't much good. Okay. If you are going to try this with, that's what I ought to do, put some chalk on the file. Help stop it clogging up, you see. If the chalk falls out with the metal file instead of the metal file and sticking in the actual cutting edges of the file. Oh, just a few more teeth. I'm just trying to create that leading edge. That one there's still a bit flat. That's got it. Almost like cutting new teeth, this is. Don't matter if a bit, how to put wonky. I'm not worrying about the flame, this angle of all I'm trying to do is to use more of the file, so I'm sort of skipping past there, so I'm past the drill bit. Oh, I'm interested to see if it works. I don't see why it shouldn't though. No, but some people will say, oh, that's stupid, why don't you just buy a new one? They're only cheap. Well, they are, but what if, for instance, you're stuck on site somewhere, right, and you need one in a hurry, and you've messed it up? Well, if you've got a file in your box, and a clamp, so you can clamp it to a trestle or something, or even a deal, you can actually then make it usable again, so you can carry on working. You know, it's like a lot of these things, you know. We live in such a throwaway world these days. You know, somebody who's a bit of a greenie, did a rewilding here as well, so we've planted lots of trees and stuff. If you want to know more about that, there is a link in the description. But it's, I might actually create a website for that. Look, we've got a GoFundMe page. So, anyway, that's all grabbing. Not quite so much there. That one is now. It's like it's plucking your skin. Oh, platoon. Oh, it's like a bell. Lovely. So, I think I've done it. My voice. And all slide down. Right, so I've gone all the way around it now. And we've got a plucky edge. Plucky edge. It's grabbing. So I'm fairly confident it's going to do the job. And you could clean this up on the side here. Some of the set has probably got lost. But it's plasterboard. You're not using it on wood. Can, if you want, give it a go. You know, I haven't tried it with a bimetal yet. This might even be bimetal, but it seems a bit soft to be that. So I think what we're going to do is we'll grab our box. Let's go take it into the lab. The lab. I love calling it the lab. It's my laser room where my lasers are. And we're currently doing some work in there because I put another bench in. So over here we go. So I'm in a bit of a mess. Now I've got my cable through over there. So now I've got to get it over here. Now this cable is on its own isolated, you see, for the lasers. So the isolated also, it's got one of them filters on it so you don't get interrupted power. Yeah, I know it's a mess at the minute because of what I'm doing. Yeah, you see. So I want a socket here, literally about here somewhere. Yeah, back there. Alright, just in the bottom here. Get this out of the way. Alright, so I'm just going to tap. Wood there. No wood there. So back there, I think, for a floor socket. And then we're going to take one up here behind the actual new unit I just put in here as well at the back here. So there will be doors on this later. I haven't finished it yet though. Let's see if it will drill a hole. So, but there. Give it a go, shall we? I think back there for a socket that'd be right, wouldn't it? Oh, I'm hopeful. Doing it. There. It works. The only thing I will say is because there's no set on there anymore, on the actual teeth, it's gripping on the side of the actual, I don't know, can I, tell you what, I've got my hole, alright? So that should go in there nicely now, which it will do. I'll put a back board in there, alright? Let's go back to the vise. There's something else I want to try with this hole saw. Because if it's not hardened, I should be able to put a set on it. Is that a mad idea? I do have a thing called a saw set that I use for my saws, which are sharpenable saws. So this is a bit of a random video, I know. Now if I go into my sharpening drawer over here, and grab a saw set, such as that one I do. What number is that? 77, that's fine. Right, we'll bring you back over here to the vise. I'm going to put that back in the vise. Let's see whether or not it's possible to put a set on it, because that was gripping on the side, so it wasn't as efficient as it would be if it was new. No in there. I do need to remove that out, remove that piece of plasterboard first, which we'll do with a screwdriver. Got these slots, convenient slots in the side there, so you just push that out. If you put a rag in there, right, I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Because you can actually if you put a rag in the hole saw before you actually start cutting, so you shove a bit of rag in there, it makes it easier to remove. Because sometimes you end up going right down inside. You see, if you put a rag in there and then it's past these slots, you won't have that situation where you can't remove it. Right. Is it possible? It might not even be possible. Now this is what we call a saw set, and we use it on our sharpenable saws. Of course it's not going to be possible, is it? Because it's not, well, you'd have to take the drill bit out, but not just that, it's not straight. So how would you do that? I suppose you could do it with a pair of needle nose pliers and see if you can bend each tooth in each direction, just so you can get some set, because that's why we've got this situation on the side here. Just building up with crap there, because the kerf of the hole saw is theoretically the same as the body of the actual thing itself, of the actual hole saw. Well, you could try it with a punch. Oh, it's how we used to do it years ago with a punch. To be fair, I've only done one punch once. It seems silly not to use one of these, but you can't on something that's round, can you? So let's say, for instance, we had something that could grip a tooth. Now, dropping that file on the floor. Is that possible? Just to grab a tooth. I'm wigging it because it's not in wood, is it? So it's not too. Can I get a set on there? Maybe. I don't think you can really. Oh, actually, I can feel it. You can do every other tooth one way. So maybe that work. I might do another video actually and see if we can. Yes, you can. I can feel it. So that is possible. So one way, one the other. It's quite soft. Yep, you can. The only thing I would say is you're at risk of deforming the round. I don't know, I'm worried you. Just don't go too mad. So it is possible. I will give that a go and see if it makes any difference. Yeah, bit of piecework with it. Or I'm having a cup of coffee or something. So anyway, you can sharpen your hole saws, but there are obviously caveats, I would say. For one thing, you can't really put a set on unless you use a suitable pair of pliers, not necessarily these ones. You want some like needle nose or something. Or even side cutters would work. Get enough pressure so you can actually just lever each tooth, just gently, just a little bit. You know what? Not tiny amount of kerf. So it's actually the kerf is actually bigger or thicker than the actual body of the actual hole saw itself. Anyway, please click the like button and maybe subscribe to the channel, because then you get a wood fuzzy feed in your pocket every time I upload another video, and I know you'd be excited about that. And if you're not, write a letter. Toodaloo.